Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast. Talking Ravens all day, every day with your host, Justin B, and my two fabulous co hosts, Miss Shannon Finch and Super Day the Mailman. This is episode 97 for the YouTube channel and for the audio podcast, season 2, episode 4. The links are right there in the description for for those who can watch live, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all that good stuff is listed right below in the description. Right along with myself, Dave and Shannon, social media platforms where you can follow us as well. I know what I'm about to say. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff like that. Today we're doing our preview. Yesterday, Shannon was busy. I had some stuff going on, so Friday might be our new day because it's a little easier for everybody. Because it's a little closer to the weekend. Plus, more people will be home to watch because they don't gotta get up for work the next day. So yeah, um, we're doing our preview. So as always, we're gonna start with Dave. So we're gonna start with this coaching matchup between Doug Peterson, John Harbaugh, and their coordinators. So the floor is yours, Dave.
I'm gonna give this one to the Ravens just by a little bit. Harbaugh is like butter because he's on a roll, 10-3, first in the AFC. I really want to shout out Todd Monken for completely upgrading the offense. To win a game 37-31 is big because it lets us know that we can win a game in more ways than one. We can win a tough, hard hitting, low scoring game, or we can win a high scoring shootout. Mike McDonald has done a great job, but and for the Jaguars, Doug Peterson, he's also done a great job. He has a 51-45 record as a coach, won a Super Bowl 2017 with the Eagles, and he's done a great job turning Jacksonville around from the an absolute mess that Urban Meyer left with 1-15 to the next year, get them into the playoffs last year, and played Kansas City pretty tough. And now this season, he's got them once again in playoff contention. They were number one for a couple of weeks, and they have some really good coordinators too. Press Taylor, Mike Caldwell. I mean, they're leading the league in takeaways for defense. So, but I'm gonna give this one to the Ravens by a little bit.
I like it. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Ravens as well. I do think that the job they've done with the Jaguars is really good. Like you said, he turned it around down there. They're playing really well. One of the top four teams in the AFC pretty much all season. Um, and and I also feel like I'm picking the Ravens because I feel like we've dealt with a lot. Like I don't know if we realize the adversity that we've had to deal with since the off season and week one up until now. All the injuries, having a new offense, guys in and out, coming back, still trying to make it work, figuring this out, and all while still winning. That has to be attributed to coaching, as well as the talent, but coaching because they're getting these guys prepared week in and week out. Um, and like I said, I don't want to make it like it's something bad about the Jaguars. But if I have to say one thing negative about them is that I saw that their offense is like middle of the pack. Well, I was kind of surprised by that. I don't know if it's because of their rushing yards. Maybe that's what's making them be middle of the pack and not like a top 10 offense. Um, but yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Ravens.
Give it to the Ravens as well. Harbaugh, his record speaks for itself. But Doug Peterson's a hell of a coach.
Hmm.
What the Philly took over, what I mean, Chip Kelly basically tried everything in the world to destroy that team. First year, they started off 5-0, and finished 8-8. Then the second year, won the Super Bowl, and then won a division. Won 3 out of 4 years, 5 more years there. Situation happened with Carson Wentz and Hurts, so they kind of forced him out. Even I think it was an unjustified firing. He sat around the last 4 years, like I said, Urban Meyer against the debacle. Same thing. He know how to clean up messes from other coaches
I
and
was going
make
to
them
say he's the
mistakes.
cleanup guy.
Yeah, and make
Oh
and make
yeah,
them respect him because like I said, Urban Meyer had what he was going on with the balls, the young girls, whatever. Then turn around, get their team to the playoffs, win the division, win the playoff game, being down 27, and like you said, almost taking the Chiefs. Took the Chiefs to the limit. Now this year they're a top four team in the AFC. So they've been playing pretty good ball. But like I said, I'm going to the Ravens because like I said, Todd Monken and Mike McDonald, I'm taking them over Fresh Taylor and Mike Caldwell. So the edge is going to the
Hmm.
Ravens.
Yep.
All right, position matchups, quarterbacks. This is gonna be interesting. Two of the young gunners in the league. Go ahead, D.
I give it to the Ravens again. I mean, hold up, you hear that? That's MVP chance for Lamar Jackson. Had a great game last week against the Rams. Showed all his amazing talent off, made big plays, 316 yards and three touchdowns, 70 yards rushing on the ground. He just kept moving the chains all throughout the game, drove the team down the field in the fourth quarter to tie the game, and then threw a missile to Zay Flowers for that 2 point conversion. He hit a couple of deep passes last week too, so it's good to see that. Putting up solid numbers this year. He's still completing 66% of his passes, 2,934 yards, 16 touchdowns, another 644 on the ground with 5 touchdowns, leading the league quarterback rushing as usual. And Trevor Lawrence, he's been good, but he's been a little bit up and down this year, but he's still putting up some solid numbers still. 323,261 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's a good leader, and you got to respect his toughness. He's fighting through an ankle injury now, had a knee injury a little earlier. So, you know, Trevor Lawrence is up there, but it's it's Lamar Action Jackson, baby. Come on.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, I agree. I pick Lamar as well, and I like Sunshine. I've liked him since college. I expected him to come into the league and do really good things, and I'm glad that we're able to start seeing a lot of that. Happen for him, and his team is winning. But the reason I'm giving an edge to Lamar in this case, I feel like Lamar is more like a. We've been talking about game changers and game managers for the past couple of days since Cam said what he said, but I feel like Lamar is a game changer, and he changed life in Baltimore when he came. I mean, we know what it was like in 2018. I mean, Harbaugh was literally on his way out the door because we was like stuck in mud, and Lamar came in and just changed life here. Not that we hadn't had success before him, but you guys, we all know what those years were like leading up to 2018. And when you look at Trevor Lawrence, like he has all the yards, the way that you would want a prototypical quarterback to play, he plays that way. And he can rush. He can rush when he needs to, even though that's not his game like Lamar would be. But I just think Lamar's impact on the franchise is why I'm going to give him the edge. But I expect Trevor to continue on the path that he is now with the coaching staff that he does have and the weapons around him. He has weapons.
Yeah, yeah, well said, Shannon. And I'm gonna
Oh
go.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Lamar. Slight edge to Lamar. But Trevor, like you said, Trevor Lawrence says, man, his kid's been up winning since fucking high school. Got
Hmm.
a national championship in college. Man, he can make all the throws, man. Like I said, the guy, like, if you would throw a quarterback on paper, it would look like Trevor Lawrence, long head, tall, 6'6" body frame, like you said, Shannon. He can also move as well. I gotta go with the guy, man. That carried his team as long as he could and won a league MVP. I go Lamar, man.
Hmm.
He can make something out of nothing. Like a lot of quarterbacks can't do that. Can't No quarterbacks can't take average receivers and still go out there and perform. He can. He's one of the few that can do that. So yeah, and then this year, like I said, his game is just elevated. He just went, like you said, blow for blow, one of the best offensive minds in the league. Won the game. Third and 17, struck his eight. That was perfect. So yeah, so I'm gonna get a slight edge to number eight. Let's go running backs. Wait, Dave.
I'm gonna get this one to Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. He's top 10 in the league in rushing. He's having a big season. Really good all purpose back. 806 yards rushing with 9 touchdowns, 44 catches. He's single handedly won some games for Jacksonville. It was one of the games, like I said, you talk about Trevor Lawrence, been a little up and down. He's had some games where it didn't play well, and ETN really carried the load. But the Ravens, we've been running well as well. Number two rushing attack in the league. Keaton Mitchell starting to distance himself as the top guy. I think he needs more carries. 9 carries last week, 54 yards. He almost broke a couple of long ones again, had a 29-yard run on the side. You can teach a lot of things in life, but you can't teach speed. I think he has the best is yet to come for this younger fella. Of course, Gus Edwards is solid whenever we need him. Once again, Keaton Mitchell just has that juice. Justice Hill, he done a good job as a third down back. I want to give him a couple shout outs because he made a couple of really big blocks. Without that big block, Tyler Wallace doesn't run that punt back last week. So I'm gonna get this one to Jacksonville just by a little bit.
Go ahead, Shannon.
I'm glad you just said all of that, Dave, because everything that you just said for each of our running backs is why I picked the Ravens. I just feel like our running backs have been more impactful to our season in our game. Even when we in our games, even when we've talked about wanting them to run more, it's because we know that it could probably be better than what we've seen. But they've been, like Gus leads the team in rushing yards. We see now with Keaton Mitchell being out there what he can do. Justice Hill was contributing. And this is not to say that anything like you just said, ENT beats. You know what I mean? But when I think about the core and the group, I just feel like our group has been more impactful than them. So I'm gonna give it to the Ravens a little bit. Like I said, I went back and forth. My end result was I feel like ours have been more impactful.
I'm gonna go Jaguars with Dave. Just like I said, Travis Etienne, man, he can't catch the ball, run the ball, block. Like him alone just gives them the edge. They know when all else fails, he's gonna be the one to carry the football. We're doing it more so by committee now, since that obviously J.K. Dobbins got hurt, and which is working for us. But like I said, when you got a show enough guy that you know you can hand the ball off to 20, 25 times, it's a no brainer for me. And plus, Tank Bigsby, the rookie from Auburn, he's been contributing doing this thing as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go give a slight edge to Jacksonville. All right, here's where things get a little funky. Wide receivers and tight ends. Wait,
I'm gonna call this one even right here. Starting with Baltimore, Zay Flowers. We already know he getting better every week. Great job getting open, especially when the game was on the line. Ravens were in big trouble in the fourth quarter with that 3rd and 17, and he got open and made that big catch. Then doubled down and made that 2-point conversion right after that. Odell Beckham also having another big game, catches another touchdown. He made a couple of great adjustments on some, inaccurate throws by Lamar. Big plays. Beckham is completely back. Aguilar and Bateman also made some big plays moving the chains. But I gotta show some love for Isaiah Likely, one of the best games of his career. 5 catches, 83 yards, caught a long touchdown. He's a really good athlete and has some great speed for a tight end. He's doing a good job replacing Mark Andrews, and we need him to do that. For Jacksonville, they got some good receivers. They're going to really miss Christian Kirk. That's one of the best slot receivers in the league. And Calvin Ridley at the top guy, he's doing a good job. 55 catches, 742 yards, 5 touchdowns. Evan Ingram is the top 5 tight end playing Pro Bowl level ball as well. Zay Jones is a solid receiver as well. So I'm gonna call this one E.
I'm gonna give the slight edge to Jacksonville. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like you said, Calvin Ridley is guy fresh off of football. Hopefully he just stay off the FanDuel and DraftKings. He'll be okay. His worst enemy is himself. Yeah, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Parker Washington, Christian Kirk. They got Evan Ingram. They got a plethora of receivers. All of them guys is just contributing big way. Us Odell was starting to come along. Zay is starting to come along. Doing his thing. Aguilar and Bateman. I just need more consistency for the wide receiver position. For me, for me to like put them over a lot of groups, talent wise, they probably are. But production, Jacksonville numbers are a little better. So I'm gonna get a slight edge to
Did you forget about me?
Oh, my bad, Shannon. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. I'm so
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
I
it's
was
cool.
gonna say.
No, it's cool.
Go ahead, Shannon.
I was gonna say what Dave said anyway. I was gonna say what he said. It was pretty much even. I looked at it for different reasons, and the reason why I can't give one edge over others because I know that Kirk is gone now. Like I had him in fantasy, so I'm mad about that. But
Yeah.
At that point, that's when I think it starts making them a little bit more of a debate, and that's what I'm just saying, even across the board with them.
All right, offensive line, we're gonna start with you, Shannon. Since I skipped over you, we're gonna work around with.
Oh, Ravens. I read that they're dealing with some injuries over there. We got one of the top offensive lines in the league, even with rotating tackles in and out. So I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Go ahead, Money Dave.
All right, look, I'm going to say Ravens as well. Our offensive line is doing a good job. You see, last week they kept Lamar clean. Running holes. I mean, they're doing a great job. Top three in the league. Jacksonville, they're all right. So really kind of inconsistent. Some games are good, some games are not. I think that the reason why Trevor Lawrence is getting beat up a lot. So I think the Ravens got this one.
Definitely the Ravens. I'm after you guys because, like I said, even with the injuries of Ron Stanley and on him, he still is better than both Jacksonville tackles, Walker Little, and like I said, they lost some pieces. Jawan Taylor's in Kansas City, AJ Cann, those guys. He's in Houston, and then Brandon was it Brandon Linder. That's it. And then one of the other guards, he's in Washington now, so they got a lot of new faces up there. So definitely going with the Ravens because we just got more productive guys and we got more quality depth as well.
Hmm.
All right, time to go on the defensive side of the ball. We're gonna keep it with you, Shannon, and rotate. Our interior defensive line, Jacksonville's both teams play a 3-4, so it's even right here. So, what was yours?
Um, I gave it to the Ravens. I just feel like even though we had a bad showing last week, I feel like for the most part, all this season they played pretty well up front. The one thing that I talked about wanting them to clean up, I think it was kind of shown on Sunday about the run game. We could be better in that area. But for the most part, I think we played pretty well all year. So I'll give it to the Ravens.
Go ahead, Money Dave.
All right. I agree with you. Baltimore's got this one. We like you said, we're leading the league in sacks still. Five guys with at least five sacks. Pro Bowlers all over the line. Clowney's doing a good job. At a BK. Travis Jones got him a sack last week. Broderick Washington, Odafe, Olway. And their front three, they're not very good against the run. Adam Gotsis, Fatukasi, and Roy Robinson Harris. They've had a little bit of problems. They're getting run on. They're a good pass rushing D line though. So but got the Ravens on this one.
I'm gonna keep it short and
Mhm.
sweet so we don't sound like thick recorders. Ravens and numbers don't lie. Madibuike 10 sacks, like so, or 11. I'm sorry, 11 now. Yeah, we lead the league in sacks. So yeah, this is Jackson. Like you said, the front three they're pretty good, but we got more of the productive guys because we also can slide Tavius Robinson, those guys up there too at right there.
Mhm.
So by the, because of that, I'm going with the Ravens. All right, we're gonna go linebackers, the outside linebacker and middle linebackers. I wish.
I say this every week. Anytime you have the two in the middle that we have, it's going to set you aside apart from different teams. So for that reason, I'm giving it to the Ravens. Our outside linebackers have been playing pretty well. Key offseason acquisitions that Eric DeCosta made might go down as some of the best guys that they've brought in at some point. So yeah, I'll give it to the Ravens.
Go ahead, Money Dave.
Yeah, Baltimore all day. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen, still probably the best middle linebacker duo in the game. Kyle Van Noy's done a great job. He made a big play in the fourth quarter on Kyron Williams with that tackle. Because Kyron Williams, he had a lot of green in front of him. So, and everybody's making plays. Malik Harrison's done a good job when he's gotten in the game as well. But Jacksonville, they have a very good. I think they have a top five linebacker crew as well. Josh Allen's one of the best in the game, top five in sacks, having an All Pro season. Devin Lloyd, he's really good, make a lot of tackles. He's a playmaker. Travon Walker, this is a top five group. These guys are really, really tough. So I got the Ravens just by a little bit. I think these are two top five crews as well at linebacker.
I'm gonna go Ravens, just like you said, Roquan, Patrick Queen, and guys. Amazing. Clowney and Van Noy both been balling. Like I said, always was turning it on lately. Tavius Robinson, even him, he's been playing better. It was just the Bengals game. I don't know what's going on with Tyler Bowser. Hopefully, he get his ass up there sooner or later. But like you said, you got Devin Lloyd, you got Chad Muma, uh, uh, um, you got the Olawan from they used to play with the Falcons. Trayvon Walker, uh, Josh Allen. Who's killing right now. So I'm gonna give that slight edge to the two middle linebackers to the Ravens. All right, secondary corners and safeties.
Ravens. What I saw that the Jaguars are dealing with some injuries. Some guys might be out. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll give it to the Ravens.
Go ahead, Money Day.
I'm gonna say Ravens as well. Our guys are good. They struggled a little bit last week against the Rams. Rams has to have some tough receivers. Humphrey and Stevens, they've been great. Everybody has bad days sometimes. Kyle Hamilton, young superstar. We need him. Hopefully he'll be healthy for this weekend. He's a huge part of our defense. He's sometimes he blitzes. He's been doing a good job, pass coverage. Geno Stone, Marcus Williams, they're killing it. The Jags, their corners, Darius Williams, Tyson Campbell, Rayshawn Jenkins, and Andre Cisco. They've been a couple of good games, but lately they've been burnt toast coffee, man. They've been getting lit up like July 4th. Jake Brown had torched them a few weeks ago, so these guys can get got. So I'm gonna give it to the Ravens.
I'm gonna go Ravens as well. Like I said, Marlon Humphrey. Now he's just getting back. Like I said, anybody would get on him for Cooper Cup catching the ball. Almost Cooper Cup, like I said, top 10 receiver when healthy, and still no touchdowns allowed. Last week was our secondary's worst game, but they still made plays and they get us the ball back. Jacksonville, like you said, Shannon Tyson Campbell's hurt. But God, they got Darius Williams is hurt. They got Andre Cisco hurt, so it's like they're gonna have some problems. And then, like you said, without safety, so hopefully Cal Hamilton will be ready to go, which we'll talk about next. But the long story short, Ravens. That's
Hmm.
our last one that we're going to talk. Topics are special teams. This should be short and sweet. Go ahead,
Ravens. You
Shannon.
know
Go ahead,
why?
Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Ravens as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, my man stepped up last week. Tyler Wallace. Duvernay, he's out now, so he's the guy. So Tucker Stout, they've been doing a great job. And for the Jaguars, they're kind of like a bunch of different guys running back punts for them. So but the Ravens on this one.
Jen Ravens, Sean Harbaugh, Jordan Stout, Justin Tucker, Tyler Wise. That's why. All for all special teams. All right. Here's our first actual topic. Cal Hamilton was at practice with a knee brace on. Give me your thoughts. You go first, you Shannon.
I feel like it's encouraging that he was able to come back this soon. I don't think any of us expected it. But we talked about this on Tuesday as far as what we should do is with him being injured. And I still feel the same way. I don't want to rush him back. If he can get a week or two off and then be good to go, then good. And if we need to rest him for the rest of the season and get ready for the playoffs, I'm okay with that too. I just don't want him to come in and get a setback and now he's gone. Like there's no way he can come back at all. I think that we can beat the Jaguars without him. Might not be easy. We got a chance to see what it looks like without him back there, but it was encouraging, but I'm nervous. I just don't want them to rush it.
Shoot. Okay, well said. Go ahead, Money Dave.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, knee brace. I'm a little bit worried. He missed a good part of the game. He's a really important part of our defense. Without him, like you see that second half, we fell apart. Like he's in my opinion, he's the second most important guy behind Roquan Smith. This guy blitz, pass coverage. He can play a little corner, safety. So we need him. I just hope that he's healthy. And let's be smart with this. Once again, we want him to play in every game, but the big picture, like we need him for the playoffs. So we're gonna see what happens.
I give him I commend him credit for trying to give it a go. Like, but definitely don't rush yourself. Forget it. People love the football. People down football. They got to, you know. But definitely is. We got a lot of football left, man. And the most important football is being played in the month of January, February. So if it still feel a little weird, man, I think Harbaugh need to save Cal from himself and be like, nah, man, we're gonna go ahead and let you rest at least a week. See how we'll go week by week, see how you feel. But no, it's not worth it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know. But
Right.
I commend him for trying to, for giving it a go just to see what's up.
Mhm.
Because a lot of some players, when they done that, they just would say, what? But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's not serious.
Mhm.
All right, Malik Cunningham, former Patriots quarterback, just signed to the Ravens practice squad. Give me a thoughts.
Um, I think it's more of a move for next year, considering the backup quarterback situation. I think he can probably still be here and compete for the backup position. But I did find it interesting that Harbaugh said he's going to get some reps at wide receiver and on special teams. So he'll probably come in and contribute as much as he can or whatever role they can find for him right now. But I don't really give it too much thought. If anything, it's just more of a safety backup plan for what might happen in the offseason. We might lose Huntley. You never know. Josh, I think he's still here. So yeah.
He might retire, but go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I love the signing. I mean, I think it's for this year too, because like I said, we lost Duvernay the other day. This guy
Mhm.
is a great athlete. He can play receiver and quarterback, and he plays special teams as well. I think he's depth at all three of those positions: punt return. Like I said, Tyler Wireless. He ran that punt back. That's the first time he ever ran one back. So
Mhm.
that this guy has experience running, back punts and kicks. So, and let's be real. He's a Lamar guy. He played with him at Louisville. Come on now. So that definitely has a lot to do with it, though. But I love the signing.
I like it too, because like I said, familiarity. Yeah, him and Lamar played there a year together. So like I said, Huntley may want to go test the water somewhere, see if he can try to get a starting job somewhere. Because there's going to be a few teams looking for quarterbacks with him. And then the
Mhm.
money, like the expensive, like can't keep paying a back and quarterback $4 or $5 million. So get Malik Cunningham, let Lamar catch him up with the offense, similar skill set. So get 15 cents off the dollar. So I like it. Like I said, you say you can contribute wide receiver slides, kick return, and all that stuff like that. So we're gonna get our bang for our buck out of him. He just wanted to get here and play football right there. So, yeah. All in all,
Mhm.
I think it was a pretty good. I think it was a pretty good
Hey, you can never have too much depth. Just practice squad.
absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, here's our next topic. All right, should the Ravens sign Justin Madibuike to an extension now, like how they did with roll call last year, or wait until the offseason? Where's that?
I think if he wants to, yes, they should. Like if he's open to negotiating and trying to get something done, I think yes. But the fact that it was said that he turned down an offer or didn't want to work out anything in the off season and wanted to play out the contract, it makes me, and especially if the having a year he's paid, it makes me feel like he's probably going to want to get the bag. So I think they should try to approach him. But if he's not interested, then that really won't go anywhere.
Okay, well, say Shannon. Go ahead, Dave.
Yes. I mean, the sooner the better. Between him and Patrick Queen, my prediction is I think one will get signed and one will get franchised. But you know, I think they'll eventually both get signed, but they're going to be expensive. It might cost you a little, it might cost you a lot, but it's going to cost you. So,
Hmm.
but I need Matter BK back because if we lose him, I'm really not going to be happy about that. So, but I think something will happen, but I think it'll happen in the off season because once again he's having such a great year. He's going to want to see what his market value is, and
Hmm.
yeah, he's gonna make some money this year.
I'm gonna say try to get it done before the season, because If he finishes with like 16 sacks or something crazy like that, which is possible because they have that now full game, that tag is gonna be, bro. And then
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be hard for you to compete with the Dolphins and the Texans. They got the 100 something million on cap space, and they in a tax-free state with good weather, so they can sell them on those type of things. And those teams
Hmm.
are not bad. Those teams are in the playoff hunt right now. So get it done now, like how you did with Roquan. Do the same thing with him. Because like I said, man, interior pass rush is important. That's how you going. That's how we're gonna be able to go to Kansas City and take down Patrick. I mean, we're gonna take down Patrick Mahomes if we gotta play them. We play over there. Take down Tua and take down all these other quarterbacks. You got to get pressure on them. You know what I mean? So definitely,
Hmm.
man, they have to get this thing done. If it happens in the offseason, cool. But I just think the price tag gonna be a little too high. Then, like I said, if he finishes with like 15, 16 sacks, it's like he's going to want no less than about probably 20 million a year, and I can't blame. Because so try to get something done now in a way you can put it behind you and worry about other guys. And to piggyback off the clean thing before we go into the next topic, they should have picked up the 50 option. If you've seen that him and Roquan play good together, pick up the option. That gives you another year to work something out. So when teams decline players 50 options, I understand y'all want to want them to prove it. But sometimes you hurt yourself. And now if they go out and play amazing, you have no you got one or two choices: franchise tag them, sign them, or let them walk. So you
yeah,
pick up the 50 option, gives you leverage for now. If they don't duplicate the season, then you can go ahead and let them walk, no problem. And you still get your compensation. So hopefully
yeah.
they
I
get
know.
it done. Yes, hopefully they get the thing done with Madibuike shit out rapidly. Because I would hate to see him in another.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know they biting themselves now because man, they screwed that one up.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause now Patrick Queen probably gonna play some off wells because somebody gonna throw him off like how they did CJ Mosley. He not gonna turn down. All right, three keys to victory. Go ahead, Shannon.
First, I have make Sunshine uncomfortable. I think that starts there. If he's not comfortable, then he probably can't do all of the great things that he normally does, or we can limit it. Protect Lamar. The offense looks like a totally different offense. It looks beautiful when Lamar has time and he can get the passing game going. And lastly, no turnovers, but create turnovers.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shannon. On definitely protect Lamar. These guys have a very good pass rush. They can get after you. So we gotta protect Lamar. Did a good job last week. So that's number one. Number two, definitely gotta stop the run. You gotta stop Travis Etienne. Last week we got ran all over. So we have got to improve stopping the run because Etienne he, he could take it to the house also. And number three, just like last week, we did a good job. Finish the game, fourth quarter. We gotta finish strong. So that's my three right there.
Mine, as always, protect the ball for offense. We only had one turnover last week, which was one bad. That could have been prevented. Create turnovers, we didn't do that, but hopefully this week will be a little different. And score touchdowns in the red zone, which we did, and resulted in a win. So, that's always going to be protection and all that. That's your R rate. That's those are good, but that should already be. And without saying, we don't want our quarterback getting hit. So yeah,
Right.
those three right there. All right, let's go on to some over under stat lines. Let's go Lamar Jackson, 225 yards passing over under. I went up a little bit because after the game. Yeah. Go ahead, Shannon.
225. I'll say I'll say over. I'll give him about 230.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna say over as well. I think 250. We're going. These guys. We gonna throw the ball to win the game because they do pretty well stopping the run. So I think 250 is good this week.
I'm going over. I'm going with another 300. I'm going another 300. I think he in his zone right now. Like he didn't like last week was like, all right, I want to know he must have heard Stephen A. Smith and all them loud and clear because he was not So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 300. Let's go. Zay Flowers, 55 yards receiving over. Push
55. I would say over. I'll give him about 60 to 65.
Okay, I like it. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm going over. I think it'll get about 80. I think big game for Zay this week.
I'm gonna go over as well. I'm gonna go 75. So just about, you know, not too far off yours, Dave. 5 yards. All right, let's go. Gus Edwards, 60 yards rushing over.
Um, I'll say over. I'll give him about if he gets the ball. But I'll give him about 65.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, Gus hasn't really been getting the ball that much, so I'm gonna say under a little bit. I think about 40 for Gus.
I'm gonna go a little over with 7. All right, so last one for offense. Isaiah Likely, 3 receptions over under.
Um,
He had 5 last week now.
I'll say over and I'll say 4.
Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over as well. I'm gonna give him 4 as well. I mean, he's starting to get they starting to get him more involved, and we're going to end to produce.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go with 5. You know, him and Lamar starting to hit it off a little bit more. Go with 5. All right, defense. We'll go total team sacks. Let's start with 4 over under. Great, Shannon.
I will say over and I'll say 5.
I like it. Go ahead, Dave.
I agree with you, Shannon. I'm gonna say 5 as well. Over.
All right. Total combined tackles between Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen. I'm going 26 over under. Go ahead, Shannon.
I'll say under. I'll give him about 21.
Okay. 10 and 11. Okay. Go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna say over. I think 27. Like I said, Jacksonville they're gonna run the ball a lot, so I think they'll be busy. Oh,
I'm gonna go slightly under with 24, 12 tackles apiece. All right, total team interceptions on defense. Let's go 2 over under.
I'm gonna say under and I'll say 1.
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
I think it'll be 2 right on the dot. I think we'll get them twice.
I'm gonna go with 2, Dave. 2 even. I think Gino won't get one. I think I don't know how they gonna get one. All right. Now, last topic for the night. Our score predictions. So Shannon, you up first.
Okay. So the Ravens have scored 30 plus points in 6 of their last 7 games. I feel like as the years gone on, we've been battle tested with different ways. We showed last week that we can go score for score with a team if we need to do that. I feel like our defense is going to show up to want to get that nasty taste out of their mouth because that game last week was just disgusting. So I'm going to go 34-17 Ravens.
I love it. Go ahead, Dave.
I think this one's gonna be a tough game. Jacksonville, you don't know what you're gonna get with them. They're a good team. I know they're in the playoff hunt. I think it's gonna be a tough one. I think the Ravens squeeze out a hard hitting game, 27-23.
I kind of agree with Shannon. I think they're gonna want to, get it. I think they're gonna want to send a message, and probably win by a little bit more. Like how they did against Seattle and all those people like that. In Detroit, I'm gonna go 31-17 Ravens, 2 touchdowns. All right, we'll go with our closing remarks. Wait, Shannon, you go first.
Well, I just want to say I'm happy to have Lamar available to play December football. We've missed him for the past 2 years. And I'm also happy to have a game-changing quarterback since that's been a hot topic all week long.
They beating up on Cam. Like my thing is, how can Cam can't give his opinion and he's elite MVP, but people who probably didn't even make their high school varsity team can get that opinion, but I digress. Go ahead, Dave.
All right, y'all. Look, you already know around this time of the year, fantasy football championships. Get y'all lineup set. I made the playoffs in all five of my leagues. I lost
Good.
in the playoffs and won last week. I got bye weeks in two, and we looking good so far this week. So get your fantasy game up this year. Shout out a couple people: Jamal Butler, Reggie Moloch, Maurice Scott. So
Yeah,
Raven Nation, baby.
yes indeed. Yeah, like piggyback off Shannon, like yeah, definitely good to have eight upright. This time of year, last few years we didn't have them, and it kind of derailed our season. So I'm glad Harbaugh is putting it in monkey ear, called dial them quarterback runs down a little bit more, because I said we need him for us to win the championship. We need him. Uh, get the keeping this number one seed. We take care of business 3 out of 4. I think we'll be number one seed because we play the Dolphins head to head and beat Jacksonville, and Kansas City might lose another game. So you know, Sunday night, like I said, everybody needs to be ready. Make sure y'all get y'all naps in. 'Cause that's what I'm gonna do. I know I gotta get up early, so I'm gonna take like 2 naps. Get ready for primetime football. We got 2 back-to-back primetime games. And
Mhm.
you know, we're just ready for some football. That's all. Love y'all guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, Friday, probably, more than likely it's gonna be a day. It's a little better. See more people tuned in, more people chimed in. This vast majority of people off the weekend, so I think we'll do Friday. Um, we done what I'm about to say. Just make sure y'all trade top ratings all day, every day. I'm your host, Justin P. My two MVP co-hosts, Shannon and Finch. Super Data Mailman. I love you guys, and man, Shannon will be back Tuesday. To do a recap of the Sunday night game. Love y'all guys. Have a safe weekend.
Good night.
All right, peace.
Good